What's good YouTube, Akil here, back with another video, and today I got another trip to the thrift for you guys. But before I get into that, let me give you guys a really quick tip that I just found out today. And I kind of already knew this, but it definitely was just kind of like that solidifying factor that I needed. So I'm just talking to a Goodwill employee, and they basically told me that, you know, they don't do any processing on Wednesdays and on Sundays. So basically they don't put anything new on those 2 days. So if you guys are like me and you tend to source every day and you kind of have that fear of like missing out, definitely just talk to your thrift store employees and they'll let you know the days that they don't put out anything new. And for me, that's Wednesday and Sunday. So if you guys are in Arizona, definitely keep that in mind. But for me, I already realized that just because I go so often, and I realized that on Wednesday and Sunday there's nothing new on the shelf. So I kind of already knew that, but it was really good to just hear one from an employee and just kind of let me know that I wasn't tripping. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and without further ado, let's get into it. Alright y'all, so we in the first thrift of the day, and drop a comment if you guys like the sound. I just picked up a new mic. It's the Shure MV7, and I'll link this one in the description in case anyone's interested. But first thing I came up on was this is just a drone. I thought it was maybe something a little more cooler than this, but it was literally just one of those little mini drones. At first I thought the comps were pretty high because other people had theirs listed for like 100 to 80 bucks, but after checking the sales, these were selling for right around 40 bucks. So I still picked it up, but it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was initially. Next was this pair of Merrells, and I always grab these up anytime I can find them in the thrift. The price on these were actually really good. I'm over here dropping shoes like crazy, but the price on these were pretty good, $650 or $679 for that matter, with the additional 20% off, of course. So I'm definitely going to grab this up. Should be able to sell those for about 40 bucks plus shipping. So next to those Merrells was a pair of Allen Edmonds, and I actually thought these were going to be like Salvatore Ferragamo just based on that horse bit collar, but these were actually Allen Edmonds made in Italy. I never found any that were made in Italy, but overall Allen Edmonds hasn't been selling that fast for me or for that much profit. I actually have a few shoes just kind of sitting in my inventory for a few months, so drop a comment if Allen Edmonds is still doing really well for you guys, but for me it's kind of slow. But this pair in particular, there were no previous sales in the past 90 days, but other sellers had theirs listed pretty high, so I'm just gonna grab these up. So this was pretty interesting because I was just excited to come up on this bin because, as you guys know, I need some more bins for my garage. But here was the original Xbox. They were asking 70 bucks for this. So with that additional 20% off, it'll probably be closer to like $50, $55. But the good thing is that it did come with all of the attachments and 3 controllers. And I usually sell those controllers for right around 25 bucks a piece. So I'm still going to grab up that Xbox, even though it's kind of pricey. And here were some more of the Guitar Hero guitars for the Wii. And the ones for the Wii don't sell for that much profit, but I'm still going to grab those up, especially since they were in the box as well. Then I seen another one that was in the sunburst color, so those usually do sell for a little more profit, so I'm going to grab that up as well. But if you guys follow the channel, you guys remember I came up on like 10 or 12 Guitar Hero guitars, and I actually passed on a couple, and these were the 2 that I passed on initially. So even though I grabbed that up just now, I ended up putting those back because I don't think those were any good. And here were just those Guitar Heroes that were in the box. They had a ton of stickers on them, but overall they were in good condition. The spring was still pretty bouncy, so I'm definitely going to grab those up. And these usually do sell for a decent amount of profit. I'll throw the comps up on the screen for you guys, but I'm definitely happy with that one, especially since they were brand new in the box. Well, not brand new, but, you know, they included the box. That always adds a little bit of value. And no surprise, came up on some more Bose speakers, but these actually were in pretty rough condition. I'm not sure if this was paint or maybe some type of glue or something on there, but overall just look kind of rough. I probably could have cleaned it up, but honestly I try to avoid projects as much as possible, so I ended up passing on those. And here was a Canon camera in really good condition. Even had the box as well with this one. They were asking $850 for this, and briefly just checking it out, like I said, it was in really good condition. It definitely did need some new batteries because after testing it out briefly in the store, it just said change battery on the screen right there. But the good thing is that it also included a memory card. So with the memory card and the original box and all the other wires that's in there, I should be able to get closer to 50 bucks for this camera. Comps on these range right around like 30 to as high as 50, so I'm going to definitely price mine on the higher end for sure. So I went back to the electronics section here, and I'm so glad I did because this definitive speaker was just kind of chilling in the back behind all these other speakers. And if you guys are not familiar, definitive is definitely more of a higher end speaker. I'm not too like knowledgeable on a ton of different speakers, but just from prior experience, anytime I see speakers that look like this from the back that have that like gold screw, they usually do sell for some decent profit. And I've sold Definitive brand speakers in the past. This same center speaker I sold for $70 plus shipping, and I sold some others in the past as well. So definitely grabbing that one up. So here is a new brand of speakers for me. The brand on this one is called Klipsch. I just typed in Klipsch THX, and surprisingly, they do sell for a decent amount of profit. They actually include the wires as well. And anytime I find speakers, especially these type of satellite speakers, they usually never include the wires. So that's definitely a nice touch and should hopefully add a little bit of value to it. But right next to that was a set of Bose computer speakers. And I didn't tell you guys, but I'm definitely renovating my entire office, making a really nice office setup for the first time. So I'm probably going to keep, I'm absolutely keeping these. I'm looking at them sitting on my desk as we speak. So they usually sell for like $60, but like I said, I'm keeping those. And here were some subwoofer for those Klipsch speakers. The thing with subwoofers, I'm not going to say they don't sell, but since they're so heavy and bulky, and it usually takes me a long time to get these types of items listed and then find the proper box, I usually just pass on subwoofers. As you guys can see, there's two Bose subwoofers here. And I actually used to pick these up, but they just take a while to sell. So they're asking $25 for both of those, but I ended up just passing on them. And I ended up passing on the Klipsch subwoofer as well. I just grabbed the smaller satellite ones. And here was a leather jacket. I believe the brand on this one was Akil, but just typing in the comps really quickly, I seen comps sell for right around $30 on eBay, and they were asking almost 20. I think they were $20 for that jacket. So definitely no money to be made with that one. It seemed like it might have been a little more, I guess a little more in demand, but at the end of the day, I ended up passing on that. So went to a different thrift store and came up on a Joe Rocket Honda jacket. This one was for women, and the comments on these were kind of all over the place. I seen some sell for like 70, and then I seen others sell for like $30. So what I'm gonna do is just grab this up, because of course it's only $5, and the good thing is that it has all of the armor on the inside. And the armor was in good shape. Sometimes you have to make sure that the armor isn't crumbled or it isn't broken, but those were in really good shape, so I'm grabbing that up. So it's been a while since I came to Ross, but I popped in here on a random night and I came up on this Nike jacket, and it was actually missing the original Nike tags. It only had this one tag here, but the actual tag that says the size and all that stuff was missing. So I looked on the inside to check the style code so I can look at the comps, and just checking those out, these jackets sell for right around $60 to $70. So since mine doesn't have all of the Nike tags, I'll probably price mine maybe $60, $65, just price it a little cheaper. But hopefully this one does sell for, pretty quickly, because just checking the comps, it seems like these have been selling pretty often in the past 90 days. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And drop a comment, let me know which one was your favorite find in this video. Personally for me, those set of Bose speakers were definitely my favorite finds of the day. I actually picked up some Bose computer speakers a couple days ago, and I was actually going to hold on to those. But right now my office setup is basically just black and gray, so finding those black computer speakers were the perfect touch. But outside of that, everything else, I usually find some of the same stuff in these thrift stores pretty often. But like I said, those Bose speakers, I'm actually going to keep that, so I'm happy with that. So drop a comment, let me know which one is your favorite find, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. For the winner, cause you feel like you was losing, only for the winner. Mood just to keep from cooling, like only for the winner, only for the winner, only for the winner. Boy, my heart is cold, and I'm too cool to sweat it. I should've never offered it. I'm tight and now I'm off this shit. You should wanna be a real one. Earn the base is hard, I still won. Tired of wasting time. But you is on my mind. Bear me from the music. Damn, that's Coldplay when I know that you pursued it. This track is going local on expressing how I feel. Shoots in my portfolio, that's how I keep it real. I just wanna go because I know we wasting time. It's so hard, moving on incline. I move forward, you hit rewind. But you should, I don't know. Like, why'd you let me go? I'm speechless, so my arms tight and I'm sleeveless. It's like fuck with a winner, cause
like you was losing.